Businesses had national magazines in which to advertise their products and a national railroad system to distribute them. But they still needed some way to make their product stand out, to make their product more desirable than all the others. The solution? Branding.
When you were selling biscuits, for instance, in the 19th century, you would sell the biscuit in a barrel. On the barrel, you would burn the address of where the biscuits came from. The history of advertising is the transformation of that burned brand from the package to the product. So that when you pick up an Oreo cookie, for instance, you can actually hold it and look at the Oreo brand literally on the cookie.
The idea is not so much to attract individuals to try it so much as to make them into selective customers who say, I want that particular pack of cigarettes or that particular bottle of beer or that particular bar of soap.
Some of the earliest and most proficient practitioners of branding were the producers of patent medicines, often dubious tonics and elixirs purporting to have enormous curative powers. One brand in particular stands out as a triumph of advertising, Lydia Pinkham's Vegetable Compound, launched in 1875.
Lydia Pinkham had started by brewing a folk remedy on her stove for female complaints, and it was a mixture of roots and herbs and alcohol.
The concoction was branded with Lydia's matronly image, an image the public trusted. This trust sold enormous amounts of the vegetable compound. At one point, Pinkham's sons decided that with all their success, they no longer needed to advertise.
But when they stopped advertising, their sales automatically dropped also. When they returned to advertising, their sales dramatically went up. And this was the first widely publicized advertising success story that made the connection is the more you advertise, the more you sell.
Convinced of advertising's power, manufacturers of more benign products decided to jump on the branding bandwagon.
Well, that's about it, except for television, of course.
You get a lot to like with a Marlboro filter, flavor, flip-top box.
This man smokes Marlboro cigarettes. What kind of a man is he?
I'm one of the hands on this ranch. I wouldn't trade places with anybody. Working outside suits me.
You like to smoke, too.
A cigarette's good company.
That's the way it all started, with a big bang. The new Marlboro pack and advertising were an overnight success. Marlboros were in such demand that additional packaging equipment had to be air freighted from England. Sales went through the roof, from 18 million cigarettes in 1954 to 6.5 billion in 55, and over 14 billion by 1956.
Well, he sat down at the typewriter and lighted a cigarette and scratched his head for a minute and banged out the coffee. Monday morning, we set the type on the ad. We dug up another picture of a cowboy, and we slapped this together in a matter of less than 24 hours, I would say. Well, the art director brought it in and showed it to me, and I just jumped out of my chair. I mean,
But we've kind of skipped over one important element in the success story: music. The art of the musical jingle has played a real significant part throughout Marlboro's history.
What you're about to hear is the case history of a jingle.
I've been in the advertising business quite a while, but this is one of the greatest things I'd ever seen. Every instinct I had told me that this was it, you see.